Welcome back to this special edition of Cattlemen to Cattlemen, coming to you from the 2018 Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA Trade Show in Phoenix. Each week on our show, we get to enjoy the wit and wisdom of Baxter Black. Now, most people don't realize that Baxter lives right here in Arizona. We had a chance to visit Baxter at his home and see what life is like for the cowboy poet.
Flying high over the southeast corner of Arizona, you might just spot the land that Baxter Black calls home. He runs cattle on this land and spends plenty of time on horseback. But visit with the cowboy poet and you'll find that just about any question you ask might be fodder for a joke.
I thought maybe we could just start at the very beginning and you could give us the Baxter Black from I was born in, I went to school here, and kind of what brought you here.
A brilliant idea, Kate, but a lot of people really aren't interested in that.
Not to disagree, but we actually think people are interested in how Baxter took the path to become a humorist and a cowboy poet.
The biggest questions that I get are, I thought you was a veterinary. What are you doing up here telling stories? That's the first one. Everybody who's listening to this knows that I am not a rancher in the category of most of the people you have on there that I admire. And I still feel that I'm working for you. That's what I am. You don't like me because I'm a great cowman.
No doubt you've seen Baxter on television, sharing his poems and stories, and you may have met him in person at a cattle industry convention or other gathering. One thing is clear, Baxter has a true passion for agriculture and the cattle business.
She knows I'm not the owner. We're not into protocol. She's a cow, and I'm a cowboy. And I guess that says it all. And I think everybody here, or anybody listening, you have a cow to thank for what you have. And that's not just money, because as anybody knows who goes broke, well, I was doing it because I wanted to do it. So whatever that seed is inside people who are agriculturally oriented, I've got it. But I'm one of those people who grew up and said, this is what I want to be a part of, and I don't know what I have to do to be a part of it, but I'll do that. And so I went to animal science, and then the only reason I went to vet school because I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with an animal science degree. And I gave it some thought, and I said, well, if I was a veterinarian, I could go out to somebody's place and bang on the door and say, I'd like a job. And he would say, well, what can you do? And I could say, I can fix your cow. And that's as simple it was.
Baxter worked as a large animal vet, first on feedlots and later for a pharmaceutical company. In those days, he'd give presentations to producers, but he didn't like to use slides.
What happened was, of course, I was using humor as opposed to slides. And in the end, I was actually more entertaining than informative. And so people started calling. And within 6 months, the company, good company, they were booking me. And that first year I worked for them, I did 85 programs. In the end, I worked for them 2 years, and I did 185 producer meetings.
Today, when Baxter isn't telling stories on the road or on television, he's home running cattle on his ranch just outside Benson, Arizona.
I needed to be in a place where I could get good flights, and second, a sale barn, because I have invested my life in working for cattle people, basically. And I don't care if I'm telling them stories or selling them books or pregnant their cow or worming their horse, whatever it was, but that's my world.
And for Baxter, the approach to raising cattle is pretty simple.
The kind of cattle I like are cattle that'll make you money. But there's so many of these composites now that you can buy a black something that's, half Hereford and half Simmental and half Elephant, who knows.
Even more than he likes cows and telling stories, Baxter Black appreciates having a great partner in his wife, Cindy.
I met her at the Arizona Cattle Growers. I was the speaker at their program when we were up there in Payson. And I'm sitting on the side watching, and in the middle of this hotel, and had a little place where you could sit outside, and they were making music. You know, that's kind of one of the things I like. And then this girl that took my heart away, she steps up, takes that fiddle like that, and just starts playing every Bob Wills song I ever heard. And I said, my gosh, I need to get to know her. That once was my heart, so why not?
That's Cindy Lou and Baxter Black making music together from out there.
Why not take on